Hi guys, Cindy from Cindy's Art. Today we're going to make another trading card, and this one is going to be a small pumpkin. Again, you can use these to give away as gifts, even little small bookmarks for kids. They're really cute. So I pulled my artwork off of unsplash.com, and I started my project by just doing a light sketch of the pumpkin, and then I'm going to go ahead and start off with wet on wet, but I'm not going to wet down the pumpkin. I want to work around it and do the foreground and then do the background. To start the pumpkin off, what I'm going to do is add in some yellow, and I just want to have a remembrance of where the light is. So I paint the light first, and then I'm going to add in my reds and my dark colors so I can remember how to shape this pumpkin. So light first, then the other. And this is my topic that I'm focusing on in this painting. So it's fine for me to add the blurry background in first, and I block the pumpkin out by not putting water on top of it. And you know, the paint is always going to go where the water is with watercolor. So if I don't put paint or put water on a spot, the paint's not going to go there. I can dab dots and let it run, and it is simply not going to go where there is not water. So just remember about that about watercolors as well. Right now I'm going to focus on the darker edges and just add some shadows in so I can define more of the shape, not only of the front part of this pumpkin where it's really super dark, but I'm also going to rotate around, add my color into some of my other pumpkins and add some shadows in there. And that's going to help me start to see the shape and the form of the picture. So many times you'll see me paint the light, then I'll paint some darkness, and that gives me the contrast and the shape, and then I'll go back in and I'll add more of those mid-tone colors. So I do prefer to do the light, then the dark, and then check my shape and then start to add in my colors and layer those colors. So the reds in the shadows of the pumpkin are going to look different than the foreground ones. So you're going to see that as it develops. Develop your method, but part of a rule with watercolor painting is to go with the light first and protect that, because you don't want to paint over something and have to lift paint out. It's very difficult to do that with watercolor. Some of the watercolor paints are very staining, so they're not going to come off easily on your paper. I'm finishing up on the final details of this painting so I can define that pumpkin in the front, which is where I want people to look. And I like how I've kept those pumpkins in the back very loose. There's not a ton of detail on those at all. You don't want to paint everything because it'll start to look like a photograph and then it's no longer art. So I hope that you have enjoyed making another trading card with me. You can always paint this on a larger piece of paper as well and make it something for your home. So hit subscribe if you would like to tune in with me in the future. I am so thankful for all of you who stop by my page. I love your comments. And if you're an artist and you send me a comment, I'm always going to your page, most likely subscribing and looking at what you're doing. So I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you next time.